Your soul will expand, just as when you put on the right pair of shoes. You'll sink into it with ease. Think Cinderella and the glass slipper. When you identify the feeling you feel, something kind of magical happens, even if the circumstance or feeling is not ideal. Feelings are layered. It's rare that you feel just one feeling at a time. And feelings are nuanced. There is a difference between worry and anxiety and nervousness, even though they feel rather similar. Sadness, sorrow, and longing may sing in the same minor key, but they aren't the same note. You can also feel annoyed, grateful, and ashamed all at the same time. As you wade through your feelings, one will stand out just slightly more pronounced than the others. It will form to your foot in a way that makes you feel grounded and able to actually walk forward. This book isn't to be listened to in order, but according to how you feel. You'll notice there are 3 movements to each feeling chapter you listen to: the language of feeling, a liturgy for feeling, and a living word. First section, the language for feeling. In the first section, the language for feeling, I invite you to feel what you feel. You don't have to fight or flee from your feelings, but simply feel them. Easier said than done, I know. Oftentimes, we don't have words for our feelings, and we get stuck in a dark, painful place, banging our heads against a wall. Giving our feelings language is like turning on the lights. We realize the wall was actually a door, and words help us open it. Every feeling has a story. It began somewhere. Maybe it was this morning when your alarm rudely interrupted your restful sleep. Maybe it was a shot of hormones that spiked because human bodies have an unruly mind of their own. A bad night's sleep or waves of estrogen certainly impact your emotions. These ought not to be discredited as the cause for feeling how you feel. But neither can you discredit the story that triggered your feelings. Once you are able to name how you feel, find the right shoe, try tracing the story of how this emotion came to be an active part of your current mood. You may be able to trace your feelings as far back as your childhood, or as recently as 10 minutes ago. Either way, tracing the story of your feeling is a big chunk of finding your way through it. In this section, the language for feeling, I trace my feelings. I try to find words for the mess inside of me. I pay attention to my body and where my feelings reside in me. This is my vulnerable attempt to share the words of my soul with you. Maybe in hearing my words, you will find yours. Maybe retracing some of my stories will help you retrace yours. This section is me trying to be a little more honest with you and my own heart. Welcome to my diary, unlocked and sold on Amazon for the same price as a bucket hat. God help me. We all have an inner outer space right below our rib cages. It gets scary in there. It can feel desolate, endless, and expansive. As I explore the cosmos within me, may you go on your own expedition. If my language for feelings helps you, wonderful. If not, skip right to the Liturgies. There are no rules to this book. Pick your own adventure. Second section, a liturgy for feeling. Open your heart and pray. That sounds so simple, right? It isn't. We talk about prayer, we think about prayer, we tell people we will pray. But do we pray? We don't pray nearly as much as we talk about it, or just think about our problems. I'm speaking from my own personal experience. This won't be a book that teaches you how to pray, but I hope it helps you actually pray. Warning: please don't expect this book to work like magic. You will be tempted toward magical prayers. A magical prayer is the hope that Jesus would just fix how you feel, solve your problems, or take away your pain. But God's relationship with you is not transactional. You don't give him your fear, and in exchange, he gives you instant peace. No, God is not a genie. Although God could miraculously heal you, God sometimes doesn't. Your relationship with God is just